Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, did Birdie harmonize with you more than Regina, or were you equally drawn to both?
You know, the thing about Birdie is she's a people person. And she's all about relating to other people and trying to explain herself to them. And so, in the same way that audiences warm more to Birdie, an actress will warm more to Birdie at first. And Regina is more resilient and independent and self-sufficient and opaque. She is mean too, but the thing about Regina is she doesn't apologize, she doesn't excuse herself, she doesn't justify. So you have to, she's a woman of few words when it comes to herself. So you really have to explore and figure out what makes her tick, because she's not going to try and justify herself too. Am I kidding or are you thinking? Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You talked about crediting Laura Linney as being her idea that was really awesome.
Yes.
This experience meant to you sharing it alongside Laura?
I mean, it's been very excruciating, particularly in the beginning. Actors were used to being judged, but it doesn't mean it's fun. And then when there is literally an actor right beside you who you admire and respect so much, who is doing the same part that you're doing, and you think everybody is ready to come and give one a thumbs up and one a thumbs down, it was really excruciating. Luckily, that has not been our experience. But I think it's just been it's been a real wonderful moment of sisterhood and kind of exploring these characters on our own and sometimes together. And I think also for both of us, it's been a wonderful way to think of this play of these sort of female archetypes. That there is the beautiful, sexy, ruthless one, and the fragile, timid, broken one. And that we think that these are two very different types of women, but actually these are two kinds of people that exist easily within the same performer and exist probably inside every woman too at the same time.
Thank you for calling out all the people who are standing around and refusing to just watch the show.
Yes.
I've been very inspired by that from this past year, especially in the wake of the Pulse as an LGBT member. What has it been like for you? What has inspired you this past year in the activism movement that is going through
The women's marches all over the country and all over the world, I think, were astonishing, and I think they were astonishing in scope, and they were astonishing in their creativity and their good humor and their numbers. They were astonishing in the fact that it wasn't a political organization that was making them happen, but a woman with an idea in Hawaii. I think the town halls have also been very inspiring. And the ways in which people on, Republicans and Democrats and Independents have said, hey, no, we don't want that legislation passed. Hey, we don't want to lose our health care. We may want it improved, but we don't want to lose it. And I think that we have seen in things like the ongoing struggle about health care, universal health care, and the struggles over things like the Muslim ban, that people in droves spoke up really loudly, and they called their Congress people and they called their senators, and people listened. They made a big impact. The courts certainly were very important, but not more important than people speaking up.
I'm sort of similar to that. While you were accepting that award, I saw the news was coming out that Delta pulled its funding for Shakespeare in the Park over Julius Caesar.
Oh?
Yeah. And so I don't need you to comment on that, but I was wondering if you could talk a little bit more broadly about where theater fits in all of this, speaking out for the sake of
I think that the arts are not funded very well in this country as compared to other places in the world, and I think it's really important to fund the arts on every level as a means by which a civilization is gauged, as a means by which creating work, meaningful work for people, and creating revenue and tourism and all sorts of things like that, but also a way to reflect our society back to us. And I think it's important to fund artists, and not just in New York and California. It's important to fund artists all over the country, and to not have that funding tied to political points of view. You fund people because you think they're good artists, not because they reflect your political viewpoint.
I just want to know where you're going to keep the Tony Awards.
Well, I don't know. I have one already, and it sits on my piano, so I'll see if they like each other. If they like each other, like Laura Linney and I like each other, they can share the same space. If not, I'll have to find another place for this.
Great, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.